Welcome back to the channel. And just like the title said, this video is going to be just cutting. We'll talk a little bit about the machine, torch height control, and how we go about making this thing happen. So here we have a piece of 16 gauge. It's 4 foot wide, 8 feet long, and we're cutting out some decorative panels that we're going to overlay over some ornamental fencing. Now this piece that it's cutting out, this scroll piece, is just about 3 feet tall and just under 8 feet long. It's cutting it at 250 inches per minute at 45 amps. So the 250 inches a minute, that's the speed, and the amps, the 45 amps, that's the actual power that we dial the machine to cut through the steel. So depending on the material, that sets the speed and the amperage of the machine. Thicker materials cut slower, for example. This is where we adjust the height of the torch. Now the torch wants to cut for this material at 0.06 of an inch off the top of the material, and the way that the torch adjusts for that is it senses voltage through the tip of the torch down to the steel, and it makes adjustments of the height of the torch to maintain, in this instance we want 78 volts. So as you see this thing working back and forth, every time that thing changes a number, the torch is actually moving up or down depending on which way it needs to go. As it's cutting the rest of this panel, you'll see us taking the cutout pieces, because sometimes they'll fall down into our water table and partially stick up, and if they get in the way of that torch, the torch will just plow right through it, and what ends up happening is it moves the whole sheet on the table, and once the whole sheet gets moved off the table, then the origin of the sheet is off and the entire cut will be off, and we'll have to redo the entire piece. So this is a piece of 10 gauge or 1/8 inch thick steel, and the torch height control is set to 128 volts for this one. So a little bit about this piece. This is from one of our Instagram followers, and his dad had passed away and he was a volunteer fireman. So we reached out to him and asked if we would be able to make a plaque for him in memory of his father. And so a little bit back and forth, he sent us the design that he wanted and the specifics on what the plaque needed to say, and we designed it up and cut it out and sent it off to him. One little secret about these machines is if you make a mistake, say we spelled the guy's name wrong or something, all we have to do is hit reverse on it and it erases everything it just did. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is just the video in reverse. Tune in next week and you'll actually get to see us build something. This is the final piece of that medallion. Thanks for watching.